Aha! Aha!
Good people, what's happening with it? It's your man, Big Arch, also known as Archie Hill, and I'm here today at the Cap Studios, which y'all all know represents create, attract, produce, and that's what we're all about. Creating, attracting the positive and correct energy and people into our lives to produce the results we want. Y'all know my stance is already about self-love, also known as referred to as self-discipline, because how I look at it is, what better way to show your love than with self-discipline? What better way to show your self-love other than self-discipline is what I was trying to say. Think about that. We always think about the word discipline as something negative, but think about the discipline that you would implement to a child that you love. All those rules and regulations that you give to a child that you would care for is all for the well-being of the child, right? So why don't we show that same love to ourselves? We do things that are not right, and we know that they're not right. Sometimes you hear this saying that say, man, if you knew better, you'd do better. Yeah, that sounds cool to say, and it rhymes and all that, but nah, it's not true. Because a lot of times we know better and still don't do better. It's not due to the fact that we just don't know. That's why we're doing wrong, because we don't know. That's why we walk around with this feeling inside of, what do you call it? It's an anxious, unfulfilled feeling inside, because a lot of the times we know we're doing wrong while we're doing it. So what I'm saying is this: if you wouldn't let your child do it, how about you not do it? How about you show your child not to do it by example? I grew up in one of those households of, don't do what I do, do what I tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what I do, you do what I tell you to do. Okay, yeah. You can say that. You're the adult in the house, I'm the kid, I gotta listen. But what better way to show your child what to do than to show your child what to do by example? Show them the benefits of living the life that you're trying to get them to live. Show them why we get our work done before we play around and look at TV and do all that. Show them why we eat healthy, because it's going to make you live a better life. Show the child why we handle business before we mess around and play around. Show them the results of that. This is why. And they can see it. If they got healthy parents walking around, if they got parents whose business affairs are in order, which causes the whole family to live a more comfortable life. So when they go to school and they friends trying to make them stray away and peer pressure them into doing something that they know is not right, they have a reason not to go that route. They be like, oh, no, I already know the results of that. Who cares if y'all think that's fun and cool? Y'all just don't know. Because my parents showed me that, nah, that ain't fly. Getting good grades is fly. That's going to lead to me having a life like we live right now because my parents did it. It's crazy when parents tell kids like, man, yeah, do this and you can be whatever you wanted to be. And then the kids looking at you like, damn, you didn't want to be nothing? All you wanted to be was what you are? Damn, so how can I believe that? How can I believe that? That sounds good. It's just talk though. It's not backed up with action. But what I'm saying don't have nothing to do with kids. This isn't about kids. I'm just trying to give you an example of the type of discipline I'm talking about. It's love. You love yourself so much that you do things that are only good for you. Does that make sense? That's how much you love yourself, that I'm only going to do things that are beneficial to me. That's self-love. Which boils down to self-discipline. And if you can get that harnessed and under control, I don't know if anything that's out there that you can't accomplish. I know that anybody who's ever accomplished anything great had to have a discipline. I know that. Anybody who's ever accomplished anything great had to have self-discipline and self-control. For sure. Anybody that you look at and admire because they're amazing. Some of it's going to be God-given, but then you can't get around having self-discipline. You have athletes that are gifted and were born with genetics that other people don't have, but they still had to practice their ass off and had to do a whole bunch of repetition to become great. Same thing when it comes to becoming a millionaire. It takes discipline, hard work. So I'm saying all of that to say this. Love yourself enough to do the things that are beneficial to you. All right, good people. 1.
Aha! Aha!